We are live. Episode number 12, March 10th. Here to cook, baby, and give you guys the game. As always, we're back with another one. Monday morning this time, not Sunday. Delays, but we're here. We're making it happen for you guys. Black and White podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in every episode. I think I posted the last episode. It's already at like 40-something views, not even a day in, which is good for long-form content. We appreciate you guys, and we see that you're getting the value. We're getting more and more views, more and more interactions. So that's good. That's what we're here for. It's getting warmer out here in Jersey for you northeasterners, right? We're in the east. Yeah. For you northeasterners, we're here in Jersey. 60 degrees today, finally. And it's gonna be like this all week. Springtime, we're getting into it. Daylight savings. We got an extra hour of sunlight, which we love. You know what I'm saying? More time to do more stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna break down the topics after Chuv gives his Monday episode 12 introduction. Let's go, baby.
And cut. We out of here. No. Again, everybody, welcome back. It's Monday. We missed a Sunday, but you know we got to be on. Always, we got to catch up to what we missed. So we're gonna let you in on all the stuff that needs to be talked about. The little information that we need to get to you guys so you can make the right decisions at the right times when that situation comes up. Also, Black and White 101 podcast is rising quickly because of you. Thank you again, and let's get it on.
Yes, sir. And real quick for you guys, let me just show you the page here. So this is us right here, Black and White. You guys see we posting constantly. We got the shorts. We got hella shorts here. A lot of snippets of game for you guys. You could just pick up so much knowledge just with these clips. It's crazy. And yeah, we're posting, guys. So just stay up. As you can see, Black and White podcast. Just type in Black and White podcast 101, and we'll pop up. Hit that subscribe button and leave some comments, man. And we'll cook with you guys. So let's get started. Today we're gonna break down a few topics.
Hold up.
What you got there?
Oh, all right. I was just looking at that black and white emblem on the right.
Oh, okay. Oh, like you can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're on the phone, you see the black little space. It makes up for the space. So when it's like this screen, you'll be able to see it. Can I move that to the other side? I wonder if I could.
You'll be able to move it anywhere.
Yeah, right. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I don't know if I can. It's all good though.
Replay. Yeah, you should be able to, though. There's a way to move it.
Yeah, it has to be. I'm gonna click on it, but I can't. But it is what it is. But yeah, so let's go. Topic number 1: Myron, Frank Castles, a bimbo, Cardi L, wannabe Cardi B with red hair. These masculine women, man, it's crazy. It's getting out of hand, but it's all because of feminism. As we all know, men are becoming women are becoming men. We're gonna break down this video and why these women are acting so aggressive nowadays. They think it's like attractive, and it's the complete opposite. Second, yeah, only if we could. Hey, if we were in Afghanistan, trust me, that would have went down a long time ago. We got Tate. If you guys know, the Tates are back in the States after being off house arrest, or let's say Romania arrest, because they were not allowed to leave the country for 3 years. They haven't been convicted, haven't been charged with anything. It's been under investigation for 3 years. So as soon as they got released, they came to the States. They know Trump's in office. He's not with the BS. And if anything, this is the best chance to stay safe. This is their home country. Us Americans as a whole love them. I don't care what you haters got to say. Nobody cares about you guys. We all update, all right? But when you came in, DeSantis had some not so kind words for the Tates, and I really believe it's against American values, and we'll get into that and why it's messed up. And the third topic that we'll touch on is a very interesting perspective on the Diddy allegations and how it all went down, and we'll break that down too. And then the last topic we'll touch on is the development of AI You know, I just got a few certifications for AI. It's getting smarter and better at a very rapid rate. And within the next 30 years, guys, if you're not on it now, you will be left behind. Let's just say that. And in the next 30 years, AI will be taking over. It'll be doing most of the jobs that we do and completing most of the tasks that we complete. We'll just be helping it for the most part. So we'll break that topic down as well. So let's start with numero uno, a masculine 304. So, Pops, if you don't know, us young bucks, 304s, we call them, you know what a 304 is?
No.
It's basically hoe backwards, right? Because you got the 4 and then the O and then the 3. So instead of saying hoes, we say 304s because it's a bit more politically correct. So we're gonna break down this video. We're gonna see how this masculine bimbo speaks, and then we'll break down this attitude that these women have nowadays. Let's okay, cool. Let me put this on 1.25 speed. Boom. Boom.
I don't be an asshole, but like, bro, no offense, but you never want to date a woman that speaks that way.
Facts.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Are you talking about me?
Like a nigga.
Yes.
How do I speak?
Like a nigga. Yeah.
I speak like a nigga?
Yes, you do.
You're very rude and abrasive. And
I'm very rude? Look
Rude
who's
and abrasive,
talking.
You see?
Look who is talking.
I gotta change seats again, guys.
Here we go.
being rude and abrasive as a man is different than being rude and abrasive as a female.
It don't matter. You're
Explain.
still being rude.
I'll tell you why. A component of masculinity is the capability of being able to stand on what you say, and being able to stand on what you say means you have to be willing to have conflict. Femininity implies being docile, feminine, polite, and nice and nurturing, not having a combative attitude. That is against female nature. That's a male tendency.
It's true. Yep.
I'm gonna leave it at that. You could say whatever you want. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Okay, that's feminine almost.
This is just how I am.
I mean,
if you coming for me, I'm gonna come for you. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up.
And that's
I like to
masculine.
be respected at the end of the day.
Bro, you're like
That's all I
110
gotta
talking
say.
like that, man.
That's
Come on,
right.
relax.
I didn't hear what you said.
Niggas like Cardi D.
Thank you.
Bro, Cardi L.
Cardi L.
Cardi L, man.
Oh man.
Like, do you think like? Let me be honest with you. Do you think like guys that have their shit together are like going to take you seriously with an attitude like that?
I always get taken seriously. I'm not a fucking joke.
You're single though.
And I carry myself just like that. I'm single because I want to be single.
By choice.
Like I said,
It's
I know
about
exactly what I want in a man. Remember that?
What do you want in a man? What do you want?
I don't want to tell you right here, right now, because it's a lot. I have a lot of expectations.
What if he's watching right now? Yeah. You don't know.
He got to find out by himself.
All right. And what do you
That's all
think
I'm
he's
gonna
going to
say.
want? Since you have high standards, what do you think he's going to want in return?
A lot of shit.
Like?
A lot of shit that I'm ready to give. You don't know me.
All right, so tell us.
Y'all
tell
don't
us.
know me.
Yeah, we're asking you questions. No, we don't know you, so tell us.
Okay, so what y'all want to know? I might answer them if I feel like it.
I'll just end it there. So you can see this woman is just insufferable. You do not want to, I'll just say you do not want to come home and have to deal with that after a fucking 10-hour shift. She says, ask me a question. I might answer it if I feel like it. That's just very arrogant. As you can tell, she's very stuck up, very arrogant.
Yeah.
She's not the ugliest girl, which is probably why has this attitude, because pretty girls always get catered to, right? So she might speak like this to guys, but they don't have the balls or confidence to be like, yo, you need to pipe down or else you out. Because this might be the hottest girl they ever dealt with. Like we talk about, most guys don't get girls nowadays, right? So once they get a girl, they'll do whatever they can to hold on to them. So now you got a guy like Myron who's rich, has all the girls he wants. He's like, I'm not trying to bang you. So I'm gonna tell you what it is. And you see this. So now the problem is, right? This girl, she thinks there's nothing wrong with her attitude. And like Myron said, do you think a guy is gonna take you serious with an attitude like that? Oh, if he knows what's best, yeah, probably whatever. I'm worth it. Just what do you think about this whole mindset and why girls think like this now? And just tell them from an experienced man, this is your opinion. Is this what men want? Like, is this attractive to men, or is this the complete opposite of what you would look for? You know, like I said, when you come home from work, is this the type of woman that you would want to deal with?
Yeah, men definitely don't want this. Men want this. Sometimes men want this temporarily because it's a feisty girl. They're trying to get in her pants. But if you ask a man, would you want this to be home taking care of your kids, taking care of your family, he's gonna probably say 90%. He's gonna say no, because this type of girl, has the same attitude he has. So he has to fight himself every day. She's gonna come at him like he's talking to a dude. She's gonna have that mentality when he comes in the house, barking, all kinds of like the way she's acting is something that a guy may like because now my girl's feisty, but my girl's feisty, not my wife. So they're not gonna want to stay with this woman for a long time. Another thing, when this girl acts this way, men, what they do is they just get away from her and not tell her what she's doing because they don't even want to get into that confrontation. So when she's alone, it's basically because these guys don't want to say, look, you're this way, you're this way. They just ghost her. And that's it. So now she's not getting that feedback. So she don't think that what Myron is saying, she don't think that's real because she's never heard it. Because guys don't care about telling her because they're like, I'm out. I don't even want to get into this because I know as whoever you are, you're going to probably want to fight me if I tell you because you're so masculine. Yeah. And she never heard it. And now she's hearing it. She's getting offended. But maybe this is a wake-up call for her. But yeah, these girls are doing this because society is making them do this. They're pushing this, you could do this, you could do that. And that's fine, you can. But there's a limit. They're giving these girls unlimited access to everything. You can do weights, you can do this, you can beat men up. No, you can do a certain thing. Then when it comes to against men, that line needs to be drawn right there and it needs to stop. They're thinking that they can cross that line and they're going to be okay. No, it's not your role. Stay in your role. We'll stay in ours and it'll be a beautiful relationship. As long as you keep taking all this information from the media and from these movies that are pushing all these women doing everything, it's not real. It's not reality. It's something that they're pushing, but it's not reality. At the end of the day, if you go into that world, you're going to fail. And then you're going to spend all that time thinking that it was right. Now, all these men have passed you by. Now you realize that you were wrong all these years. How old are you now? How easy is it to get a man? That's where it goes wrong. Do not feed into this stuff that they're feeding you in. Don't eat this stuff they're feeding you in the media, women. Your role is a special role. It's not the role that they're telling you it is. So just know, stay like they say, stay in your lane. We'll stay in ours.
Yeah, 100%. And it's crazy because, like you said, they're trying to cross that line to the point where it's like, all right, now I'm gonna compete with men. This is a whole nother world, girl. This is a whole nother world. You don't stand a chance. And like she was talking like that, and you heard the dude in the background. He's like, "Girl, you're 110 pounds talking like that. Like, come on." Like, you're not dangerous. It's cute. Like you're cute when you talk like this. You ain't tough, and you're just cute. And then at a certain point, it just gets annoying, and you're like, all right, I'm not dealing with this chick.
Exactly, and that's why I mentioned that the guys will deal with it temporarily, just to get in them pants and stuff, but to actually feel like, yeah, I can grow with this woman, and she can be the mother of my kids, and I can marry her. No, they're not thinking that.
Hell no. And again, like you say, a guy could bang this chick, be like, yo, she's annoying as hell. But as long as she keeps giving me the box, I ain't going nowhere. I'll let her talk and be like, oh, yeah, you a boss girl. And then we're going in the bed in an hour, right? And then, but like you said, I get it, because they're not there to wife. They're not there to be this girl's dad. So it's like, hey, I got what I got. I can tell that you're not wifey material, so I'm moving on. But in another way, too, I do blame this on men, because like you said, society lets these women act like this. If men were strong enough and not so goddamn pressed to get pussy or vagina, sorry, it just is what it is. They're not gonna put up with that. They're gonna tell the chick, yeah, I will bang, but you know what? You are annoying. You know, I won't make you my wife, right? You're not wifey material. But like you said, they'll be with her, whatever. Keep it quiet, not give her the feedback, and then she thinks all these guys are the problem, when in reality she's the problem. And I want you to answer this: what's your message to guys about, straight up, this is our fault for letting women like this get out of hand to the point where they're acting like men, telling guys, shut the fuck up, you bitch ass nigga this, bitch ass nigga that. What could you tell men about taking responsibility and accountability for women acting like this? Because at the end of the day, we're the leaders. We set the tone for society. So what's your take on that?
Look, for the men out there that meet girls that are masculine like this, your responsibility to you and to her is to let her know what she's doing and that you don't agree with it. Now, if it causes you to walk away, then fine. But at the end of the day, you're actually helping her out and you're helping you out, because she's going to probably change after a couple guys tell her like, hey, this is who you are. I don't need to deal with this. When she hears it, she's going to realize it's her. If she doesn't hear it, guess what? If you don't tell me I'm doing something wrong, I don't know I'm doing it wrong, right? So if enough men stand up and say, you know what? I don't care how good you look. I got to tell you you're annoying. I got to tell you you're acting this way. I don't need to deal with that. Once enough men do that, she's going to change. Now you're making a feminine woman realize that she's not being feminine, and she's going to jump on to the feminine side. That's where then she might talk to a friend and say, look, I thought I was doing this. And then it catches fire, and then more women become feminine because you men decided to step up and let these women know exactly what it is. And that what it does is it goes around full circle. Then next you know, you're meeting girls that are feminine. You don't even know that you had you don't even know that you had an influence in that, but you did, because you started telling these women right off the bat and sacrificing, not getting the box. This is what it is. Now that's where everything is going to start changing. It's a slow process, but you're still influencing that change. So please let these women know when they're annoying and they're masculine and all that. And if you have to walk away, walk away. But at the end of the day, it's going to help you out. I'm telling you.
And in order for you to walk away, fellas, you have to have that abundance mindset. You're not going to walk away if you feel like that's the best thing you could get. You're going to put up with it. And like you said, it's going to mess both of you up, because now you're dealing with this chick you don't want to deal with. She doesn't even know she's being masculine and doing wrong. And now you're both have. And like you said, it goes so much deeper, because now you could let this girl know you're being masculine, blah, blah, blah. 3 guys let her know. Now that same girl would have been like that her whole life. Like we always talk about, she would have been one of the 50-year-olds in 20 years who's 50, 2 cats, living alone. Since the guys told her that they were strong enough, confident enough, now look, 20 years, she has a husband, 2 kids, a nuclear family, and that's better for everybody, right? That's better for society. Now she's walking around, leaving an example for other young girls. Like, oh, look, she's married, she has kids. And like you said, now the guy, he knows what he wants. He's dating feminine woman. He gets to have a family. And like you said, it goes full circle, and it literally makes society better. It's that simple. It's crazy how something so small that you think is small could just trickle and end up being something really big. That's good, positive.
Yeah,
that's crazy stuff. But yeah, the most important thing is the guys need to know that, like, they have to be willing to walk away is the thing. Most guys, they're not willing to walk away. That box is too powerful. They don't have enough options. They don't get enough. So they're like, you know what? I'll just put up with it. And it's just that's a no-win. That's a sucker way to go out, man. That's a sucker. Yeah. Real G's like that. And like last point, like Myron said, do you think a guy who has his stuff together is gonna put up with a girl like you? A guy who you want is not gonna want you. That's the thing. She's gonna want the rich, masculine, strong guy, but he's gonna be like, oh hell no, I ain't dealing with you. And she doesn't even know why. She's like, what's wrong? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I tell the men out there, please know that this is gonna help you in the long run. This will help you. You just don't see it right now, but it will help you. So just stand firm. Let the girl know she's acting a certain way. Yo, you coming off too strong. You curse every other word. And you know what? If she's like, F you, I'm out. All right, bye. But if we stick together and we let these girls know, they will eventually change, because they're not gonna get anybody, and then they're gonna be like, wait a minute, I'm the one who has the problem, not them. Yeah. And I'm telling you, they're helping themselves in the future. But you got to be strong, like you said. Got to be strong. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next one. Let's throw this in there real quick, because we were just talking about it beforehand, and because it goes, it's into the topic. It stitches in. Another thing, right? one of the reasons why these girls are like this, what we were just talking about, all these movies, this new music industry, all they promote is female rappers right now. You know, I was made music for a damn decade, so I was heavy in that scene in the industry. And I remember, you know, up to 5 years ago, I would say 4 to 5 years ago, you had the Migos, like Drake, Lil Uzi Vert, so many Future, all these so many rappers coming out and blowing up, and just the music industry was cooking. It was like banger after hit after hit. You know, Spotify every day there's freaking 100 songs from, you know, top 10 artists, grade A level artists. Now I'm telling you, the last 4 years the music industry is dead, and I saw the transition. All you saw for the last 5 years is Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, the degenerate Sexy Red, and who's the other one? Glorilla, the newest one. These girls, I'll say objectively, the music is just bad. Like the quality, the flow, and then these women, I'm not gonna lie, they're not the smartest, you know, batch. They're not the smartest of the bunch, and you can see the way they act in these interviews and what they say.
Yeah.
You just have to come to the logical conclusion that was like, this girl did not make it this far with her wit and her work ethic and the strategy. So you have to realize how does this girl get big? You know, how does she blow up to become #1 on the charts with music that's so bad? But it's all the brainwashing stuff. So with the movies, with the music, give them your take, like you're talking about with the movies, the stuff you've been seeing. Now it's all woman boss, woman king, the woman saving the guy, the woman's, you know, grabbing the guy and telling them to get it together. The guy's over there, the one like, oh, help me. This is promoting this woman right here, this type of behavior. This girl could see that movie and it's like, yeah, you see, women can you know, protect men. We can do this. So what's your take on the whole movement, basically, of, let's say, the elites trying to indoctrinate these women with that type of mentality of the girl boss, the whole girl boss thing?
Okay, I'm gonna say it and just pay attention. They're acting. It's fake. Do not read into it. It's not real world. They're actors in a movie this was written on purpose to get a certain result. You're doing this. You're saying what's happening in the fake movie world, I can do in the real world. No, it's fake. Stop it. Realize again, women can do a lot of things, but the things that they're putting up on TV, I'm gonna give you 5 examples. Black Panther. When the Black Panther, the last one, who stepped into the role? A girl, his little sister or something like that. She was the Black Panther. Mad Max. Who stepped into that role? Furiosa, a girl. Again, why? It's on purpose. It's trying to make you feel like you're over men. You can run the world, and you can. And again, just realize it's just a movie. They're just giving you fantasy world. It's not real. Another one, Batgirl, never made it to the screen. Why? The feedback was horrible. Batman and Batgirl, come on. It's a different world. You know what? Make Batgirl, make it a cartoon. That's cute. Okay, fine, yeah. But as a movie, no. Another one that they had, what was it? The Lioness. Same thing. She's head of all the military. Wherever she is, she's the head of everything. She's telling men, get me a cup of coffee. This is my office now. You see that stuff is feeding you women to think I have power. I have this. Again, it's fake. It doesn't work that way. Most men are leading in the Army, in the Navy, in the Air Force, in the Marines for a reason, because we're built a different way. We think a different way. We take countries. We take over. Women, you take care of our offspring so they can take over.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you don't get involved. Just do your thing, and we'll do our thing. And the fifth one, you got things like the woman king. You can't be a woman and a king. You can't. That's like saying the man queen. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You see, and that's what I'm saying. They're feeding you this, and you're feeding into it, and you're thinking, yeah, I can be a king. It literally can't work. You can't have a man queen. You can't have a woman king. And they're so blatant in doing it, and you women are eating it up, thinking that this is the way it is. Just realize we love you, and your role is very appreciated and very important in this world.
Yeah.
Very important. But stick to that role. Once you get off that role, that's it. You're damaging the whole balance of everything. And if you keep feeding into these movies and all this stuff, it's gonna ruin your life. It's gonna ruin your kids' life. It's gonna ruin your friends, because it's turned into something that is bigger than what you can control now, and you're part of it. So please just know, at the beginning of the day, it's fake. That's my 2 cents on that. Man.
Yeah, like I said, you got the movies, the girl, she doing Hofu, beating up 10 dudes, and it's just guys will look at that and just be like, this is pathetic. But women are easily successful. Like they believe things easier, right? They're susceptible to be like, oh, this could actually happen. But reality is, it's like they just don't live in the real world, so they don't understand that. That's just, when women think about violence, they're not built for violence. Women can't even be in a violent room. They'll just go crazy. Whereas a guy could see, think of jail. These dudes are getting stabbed up, and guys are just there, just drinking their coffee, reading the newspaper. Like, hey, that ain't my business. A woman will be traumatized, screaming, calling for help. We are built differently. That's why you said, perfect example. We take countries over, and while we do that, you're feeding the kids, making sure they're safe back at home, and raising the next generation of soldiers. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the thing. These women think like, oh no, you're putting me on the back burner. It's like, listen, if we put you on the front burner, you ain't gonna be here. You're gonna be wiped out. You won't exist anymore. So, like you said, play your role, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's very important and it's very appreciated, like you said. Nothing wrong with that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And these girls are like, you're in the back burner. You're in the back burner for a reason. The back burner burns less. You want to be in the front burner, you're gonna burn to death. We can take the heat. You can't. We can take the heat. You can't. So just know it. Know that you got a role, is an important role. Stick to it, and you'll be successful with your man. But as soon as you try to, eat all the stuff they're feeding you, you're going to go a different mentality, and it's going to destroy you and the nuclear family you want to create. Because a man is not going to deal with that. I'm sorry.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go to the next topic. We're right into it. Like you said, Tate's, they came into the States last week in the middle of the night. I believe Tate said even before as soon as they landed, I believe in the US, I don't know if it was in Romania when they left to the US, they seized their damn laptops, their phones. And he's just like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm coming to my home country and this is how I'm greeted. So here I'll play like 3 minutes of this. I'll show Ron DeSantis's response. And then even the Byron, who's that? Byron Reynolds? Is that his name?
Who's that?
He's trying to run against DeSantis for governor next. I know his first name is Byron. I don't know his last name, but
yeah,
he did the same thing.
I think it's Donaldson.
Oh, yeah, something like that. But he said the same thing. He's not welcome here. We're gonna see if our attorney general has anything on him and stuff. These guys are sellouts. But let's watch this.
Attention to what's going on, and then all of a sudden, Andrew and Tristan Tate are on a flight on their way to Florida. They haven't tweeted anything for 24 hours. You guys concern people when you stop tweeting things, right? And then all of a sudden, tweet X, whatever you want to call it, there's no message going out. I don't know if you can say Xing, right? They were tweeting. So then all of a sudden, the news is you land in Florida. Everybody sees the video. When that happens, the great governor of Florida, which is one of the reasons why we moved here, he does a great job running the state. He was asked about you. This is what he had to say. Rob, if you can play the clip.
We have no involvement in that. I read about it through the media. Clearly, the federal government has jurisdiction.
This is me. That was a mind. Hell.
Come on.
Yeah.
Where you're welcome. with that type of conduct in the air. And I don't know how it came to this.
Fuck. It's never happened.
Your internet.
This is what he had to say. Rob, if you can play the
Seems
clip.
like after I'm on here for a while, it like starts to slow down. Probably eats up my megabytes.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff running. I know.
We have
A
no
little bit,
involvement in that. I read about it through the media.
Put the quality down. If not, then we're just gonna have to go. Let's exit this. Yeah, we need that. If not, then we'll just. Or let me do this. Bear with me, folks. I'm sorry. Yeah, my internet. It might start lagging on here. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let me stop sharing it.
Yeah, let's just keep running.
Yeah, let's just keep running. God damn it. I'm pissed about this. I got other videos playing like normal.
Yeah, maybe you get too many things on at the same time.
Yeah, this is behind a little bit. All right, cool. So basically, I'll just explain it. Ron DeSantis says he's not allowed in Florida. They're gonna see, because I wanted to get exactly what he said, because he said he's gonna get the attorney general, blah blah blah. And let me know if I start breaking up here. And then Trump, they asked Trump, he says no, he's good. He didn't say he's good. He said, I don't know anything. I'll let you guys know. When I find out. So let's start with this. Break down the first point. You heard of Patrick Bet-David. He's a podcast host, basically like YouTube news media now, one of the biggest ones. He said, right, he moved to Florida. He supports Ron DeSantis, especially the way he handled COVID. And he's the reason why he moved to Florida. From what you know about Florida and how it operates, you lived in Jersey. What do you think about Ron DeSantis and how Florida is ran, and just in general?
In general, I like Ron DeSantis. I really do like him. He's the kind of governor that doesn't take like the money and misspends it. Like if we have enough money, he'll take a program as like, oh, you know what, you don't have to pay for this because we have enough money to pay for that. So now that's you don't have to deal with that. Tolls, he brought tolls down for people that work every day because it's like we have enough money, so we can bring the tolls down half price for the people that go through the bridges on a daily basis. Not anybody who's like traveling just leisurely, but like those working people. Like if you're gonna go through that bridge every day, we're gonna bring the tolls down. Taxes, he wants to get rid of taxes altogether in Florida.
Yeah, so
we don't even have a state tax. We only have a federal, and that's another thing. You get more money for your bank. All that, so there's a lot of things that he does in Florida that are for the common people. That I realized a lot, and I love him as a governor.
Yeah, I know he supports law enforcement. He was completely against that defund the police BS. So that's good. All right, I got it up on YouTube instead. I guess Twitter was just tweaking. Let's see. Is it this one? Yeah. Let's see if this works.
Clearly, the federal government has jurisdiction, whether they want to rebuff his entry into the United States. And I have confidence that whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking at that. I do know our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is looking at what state hooks and jurisdiction we may have to be able to deal with this. But the reality is no, Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct in the air. And I don't know how it came to this. We were not involved. We were not notified. I found out through the media that this was something that was happening. Okay, guys.
So he says you're not welcome. Now, President Trump was asked the same question. This was his reaction, and I'm just going to turn it over to you after this.
The federal government has jurisdiction.
Can you turn off the other one, Rob? Just close it up. Yeah, there you go. Go for it.
Tate landed in Florida today on a private jet after being released from custody in Romania. They are accused rapists, human traffickers, not thought of as good people in many circles. Did your administration pressure the Romanian government to release them? And if so,
I
why?
know nothing about that. I don't know. You're saying he's on a plane right now?
He's back. They already did.
Yeah, I just know nothing about it. We'll check it out. We'll let you know.
Andrew and
So
Now just
you
play
got
a
the
minute
governor says
and we'll
Florida is not a place where you belong or welcome to. President Trump says he doesn't know anything about it. How were you allowed to come to the States and leave Romania?
You know what's interesting? Trump is such a boss. Trump is such a boss. His answers, he is such a gangster. Don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. That's the correct answer to most things. This is some life advice to everybody at home. 99% of the time, if you're asked a question as a man, the correct answer is I don't know. I don't know. So I like Trump's answer. As for Ron, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'll be honest. I've never said anything bad about him. I didn't know much about him. I was a fan of his. I heard that Florida was a great state. I know he did well under COVID. I knew nothing about the guy. But it turns out when he was pressured, he instantly caved to the pressure. And we have to have a long conversation about why the liberals and why Soros and why these wrap-up smears, why they use the media to do what they do, because what they try and do.
All right, I'll just leave it there. Like you said, you saw Ron's reaction to that, Trump's reaction. Like Tate says, he's been to Florida like twice in his life before. And this is the time where he's coming, for a while now. And this is how he was greeted. What do you think about Ron DeSantis' response to that? Was it good? Was it bad? Real quick, I think it was a bad look for America because that's not what we stand on. Like I said, if we have a guy and a fellow American who was arrested abroad over some false BS charges, now you get to come to the States. It's like, welcome back, fellas. Like, I'm glad you're home. You're safe here. We got your back. Whatever investigations they're doing, we can't get involved with that. If you are found guilty, we will hold you accountable, but you won't have to deal with any extra BS and us trying to get you. So do you think that was the right move for Ron or the wrong move?
Politically, I think it was the right move because what he's doing, he's giving a generic answer, right? Just like you just said. You just said 2 minutes. You just said if they're guilty, whatever, if they're innocent, whatever. So basically, if Ron DeSantis says, hey, come on in, you're good, and then something happens to where they're found guilty, they're going to say for his reelection or whatever, hey, you supported these guys. So he's saying, and in that press conference, he said, with that kind of information in the air, meaning he didn't say that they were guilty of anything. He just said that kind of information in the air is giving them a bad look. So I don't want to deal with it because if I support you, this can happen to me. If I don't support you, this is going to, these are what they're going to say. So basically it's a generic answer to where I'm neutral. I'm not against you, but with that information in the air, I have to do what police and what the governor should do is say, I don't welcome him now. Now, if he's innocent, hey, you're good. But if you're guilty, I can say I didn't condone it. So he's looking at himself as I got to protect my office in a sense. And so I get where he's coming from. Now, when you're not being political, yeah, you could have just been like, look, until they're convicted, they're good.
That would have been the right thing.
Innocent to proven guilty.
Yeah.
But that's a person saying that. In the political office, you have to protect yourself first because he's thinking if there's something happens to these guys and I say I got their backs, they're gonna put that all over the place and I'm gonna be done. So I get where he's coming from. He's protecting his side and he's not coming after them. He's just saying due to the facts and due to the information in the air, because he says that at the end, the information in the air. I don't want to. I'll stay away. Basically, I'll stay away from it. That's basically what he said.
I have a completely different take. I think Ron is a coward, scrub, punk. He's even if you're a political guy, you're a guy. So your morals shouldn't change. Your decision making shouldn't change. You should be the same consistent guy always. And the first thing he says is, no, they're not welcome here, and we're gonna find any hooks and crannies to find something on them, basically. And what they don't know is now, a few days later, Tate says they have fucking investigators outside the places that they're at, like following them around. So they're literally looking to try to get something on them. And I think that wasn't generic at all. I think he said, no, they're not welcome here. They're guilty until proven innocent, which is, like I said, that's not the American way, especially for our own people. And he has no idea what's going on in Romania and about the case. Like you said, though, it's true. He's just protecting himself. He doesn't care about whether Tate's convicted or not. He's just like, I want to be governor next. And that's the difference, though. There's people like Tate, and then the generation that I come from, we're more on the side of F the political correctness, man. We do not respect it, because if he did that to Tate, he would do that to you, and he would do that to me. And I do not respect the guy who would do that. So you're a scrub. I get it. You want to be. I think that right there might have lost him the next election for governor, because they say my generation, we're like the woke generation. We like I always tell you, we don't care about the politically correctness, about, oh, I'm trying to save. We actually look down on that. We're like, yo, you're a coward. Say the truth, be yourself. And when you're like that, the support that you get from people like us is you're our guy now. It's like, yo, this dude's a G. Just like Trump. We love Trump. Why? Because he's not politically correct. He's just a G. He says it how it is. Doesn't care whether you like it or not. And we love that, because it's like, finally we get something real. We get the real deal, not this BS. These dudes, we call them cucked out. They're just cucked out, doing anything to stay in power and to get what they need, even if it's not the right thing to do. So that's and I get it in your take. You have that more of a professional. You're used to this type of politics, right? The political games. You got to play it this way. What do they call it? Be a diplomatic, right? So you got to try to appease everyone. It's never going to happen. But that's the difference between Ron and Trump and Tate. They're not trying to please everyone. They if you're not pleased, go F yourself. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and that's the difference. So it's crazy. I think that was whack, man. It's I think you should have said, like you said, you're welcome here. They're innocent until proven guilty, but until they're proven guilty, as far as I'm concerned, these are American citizens coming back to their home country. Welcome. That's my take on it. And then Trump, he doesn't know much, but what do you think about that? If anything, he says, I don't know. We'll look into it. I thought maybe he talked to Romania and pressured them, but he doesn't know. He never talked to Tate or anything. So two different answers, And again, Trump was the one who was neutral. It's like Tate says, real G. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll let you know. He's not welcome here. And Trump has been through that himself. They slandered him for years, almost killed him, tried to put him in jail. He's like, oh, really? So they're not deemed to be nice people. Yeah, I'm not deemed to be a nice person either. He's like more understands, because they try to do the same thing to him. What's your take?
Yeah. Now, look, Trump, what Trump said doesn't have to be the truth. Trump could say, I don't know, and Trump might have made the phone call and had that flight come to him. But again, Trump is a politician in a sense of popularity, the popular vote, the where is his scale right now? So he's an approved president. He's up here. So by him saying I don't know, again, he's being generic. He could have had everything to do with it. But saying I don't know, you can't say he's with him. You can't say he's not with him. And I'm sure he's going to go on press conference, in the next couple of days and saying, hey, yeah, I just got all the information I needed on Tate, and they're good to go. They're good for the country. They haven't broken any laws. But he said I don't know. DeSantis said I didn't know. I heard about it on the news, and he went in further. But again, he did the same thing in a different way. I was gonna
say different strategy. That's all right. It's different strategies. They're two different guys. They got their own strategies.
And Trump might have been the one who got the Tates here.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't know. Later on, he's gonna talk more on it. But again, he has to, because it's like you go into an interview to a corporate office. You can't be real, because you're not gonna get the job. You have to play that game.
Yep.
You have to play that game. You have to have that resume. You can't just talk and say, I don't have a resume. I'm gonna be real with you. I did this, I did that, I got fired over here because I did that. No, you gotta talk a certain way, you gotta present it a certain way, and then you get accepted, and then you play the game, and you get to where you need to get to a point where then they can't cancel you, and you can say whatever the hell you want. The president he can say whatever the hell he wants now. But until then, you have to learn how to play that game. And DeSantis and Trump play it differently. But again, at the end of the day, it's still a game. It's still a game.
That's the thing. They played the same game differently. I just think Trump's he's just so goddamn smart that he always plays it like the best. He's always like Tate says, he always just gives like the damn perfect answer.
Yeah, because there's always somebody smarter. You know what I'm saying? So he's right now, he's the smartest and he knows how to play the game better than DeSantis. But again, it's just a game, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Is this okay? Yeah, so this is Tate has a good point about Diddy and how the whole thing works. We'll listen to it and then we'll give our takes on it. Let's see. It's funny too. He was on the Hodge twins. But remember the Hodge twins?
Oh yeah, they're still on.
Yeah, they're still on, except now they're called the conservative twins. They switched up because the whole workout stuff kind of died on the internet. Like people weren't really into it. But you gotta keep yourself you gotta go with the times, keep yourself relevant, stick to the trends. So they're the conservative twins now. And they interviewed him and they were getting heat. People want them to be investigated now. They think they work for some damn Israel or something. It's just crazy. People are like, you interviewed Tate, you're a bad person, you should be in jail too. Crazy. Like,
for an interview?
For an interview. That's these liberals, they're crazy, man. All right, let's go. Boom. All right, this is about the Diddy thing. Very interesting take.
Is isolate somebody. So they're afraid to be. So
this is the other one. Shit. It's this one. This. All right. Boom. Give me a second. Boom. Okay.
So I'm telling you, Romania's full of webcam. They don't care. They've never cared. Why me? So when I see the Diddy things, a slave is like, he's a disgusting piece of shit. He's a disgusting piece of shit. I sit there and go, wait. I don't know Diddy. Never spoken to him. I'm not defending him because what they're about to say is Andrew Tate, sex trafficker, defend sex trafficker. No, what I'm saying is they've decided to wreck him. I don't know his side of the story. He may be guilty. His side of the story might be, yeah, I did it, but so did this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. I'm only asking why only him? Because I think that's a far more interesting story. Why him of all of them? Are we allowed to ask? Probably not. But I'm not slave-minded. They can't control me. Because let me ask you another question. You remember the video of him beating Cassie up in the hallway?
We all do, yes.
Okay.
Wait, in LA.
When did that happen? 2000, like, happened like
11,
It was
12.
forever.
forever ago.
Yeah.
Forever ago.
It wasn't recent.
Here is.
I switched from due dates to due dates, and it made me go from weeks behind to weeks ahead of my deadlines. You see,
I wish to God this was on candid camera. When that video came out on Twitter, I said, T. He goes, what? I said, they're about to get Diddy. He goes, why? I said, they've just released a video that's 10 years old. They've been sitting on it for 10 years, and they've just put it on the news now.
2016, March of 2016.
Okay. So 9 years ago.
I said this to Tristan verbatim. I said, T, they're about to get Diddy. He said, why? I said, they've released a video that is 10 years old. They've been sitting on this for 10 long years. This was 2016. They got the footage. Why has no one seen it? And Tristan goes, and that's out now? I was like, yep. 2 weeks later, arrested. They set up the public perception before the arrest. And I know how this works, so I saw it and called it. This came out of nowhere. This was stored somewhere in the Matrix archives. When they decided to take him down, first thing you do is slander him, just like they did to me. Before we were arrested, there was a media campaign trying its very best to paint us as bad people because the media doesn't report the news. Gentlemen, please understand, the media prepares the public for the news. That's what they do. The media starts saying, you're going to die from COVID. Everyone's dying from COVID. COVID's scary. We might have to lock you in your house. We'll try not to, but we might have to. Prepare for maybe a lockdown. They soften your mind to the idea of things. They don't just come along and say, lock in your house because people will rebel. They soften your mind to it. They softened people's brains to the idea of a Diddy arrest on purpose because it was all set up and decided, just like they did to me because it is all set up, it is all orchestrated. That's why I do not believe what the media want me to believe.
Cool. So that's basically it. Interesting take, right? They had this video for a decade sitting on it. They could have released it at any point, but they decided to release it a few months ago, right? A few months ago, or even a year ago. And the whole question is why. People were speculating that I guess he sued his liquor company that he was working with.
Oh yeah.
He wanted like some huge number, and they were like, that's when I gotta say the small hats, the Jews, said, the monkey's crossing the line now. The monkey now he's trying to get into our pockets. They always say you wanna get at a Jew, get at his pockets, because that's gonna hurt him the most. That's the saying. So once he did that, we gotta let him know he's the little buddy. Let's make an example of all these other dudes who might try to do the same shit.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep you guys in check. What's your take on this whole thing?
No, I agree for a little piece of that. Like the media does prepare you for stuff, but I don't think it's a setup at all. It's basically Diddy set himself up. It's on camera. To me, a setup is when I say something about you and I can't prove it, and I'm trying to set you up to something. But when there's a video and it comes out, it's literally there is no setup. It's just it's fact.
Remember, they had this video. They've been had it. They could have released it whenever. So it has to be either a setup or some type of blackball. You know, they have something on them. They have all these videos.
Yeah.
Stay in line or we release it. So he was under the umbrella of somebody. He was controlled. He was controlled. That's what I mean by setup. It wasn't just like, Diddy did this and he's by himself. This is a whole goddamn organization.
Yeah. Okay. The setup, is basically, it's not a setup in that sense. It's a setup of, we have a lot of dirt on you and we're going to bring it out when we need it, if you get out of line. And that's what most of Hollywood, because in order for you to be as big as these people are, Cardi B, all these, like they get to this fame to where you're like, who was this? Yeah. That means they did something to get there, and that is being put away. If it needs to come out, it will. They all have dirt on all these people. The thing is that Diddy got into somebody, they got pissed, and they said, okay, this is where we're going to start taking the stuff out now. The thing is that at the end of the day, Diddy actually did it. It's not like if they're saying he might have or he actually did it. So they've just been hiding it. So at the same time, when you're hiding something, you're an accomplice.
Yeah.
These people that are bringing this stuff out, they should go to court too, and they should be jailed because they hid information that should have been put to the police, given to the government, and they held it to use it as cards. Like Trump said to Zelensky, you don't have the cards, you can't say anything. These guys got all the cards on Diddy. And if you have the cards, that means all that proof that you had, you've been hiding it, you're an accomplice. These people that are bringing the stuff out, they should get arrested too.
Hell basically. Yeah, that's a crime. You're holding up all these women who were freaking raped and just mistreated. That all could have been prevented if you would have, reported the crime. So that's a crime within itself. But these dudes are multi-billionaires. They're above the law. They ain't getting no damn arrest.
It's too big.
Yeah, too big. And just they're straight up, they're most likely Jewish guys. Most likely Jewish. They ain't getting touched. They know it. And they're like, yeah, Diddy's just another one of our puppets. And like Tate says, why him? They all do it. Like you just said, they all doing the same shit. Why Diddy? Is because he's the one who got out of line. That's that simple. He pissed somebody off.
He pissed one of the big people off, and they all have to agree. It's not just one person. Yep. They all agreed, okay, we'll use him and we'll take him down. The thing is that we got to do it right. And we're going to do it to a point where when we release all this information, it's going to come from servers and computers that are not even connected to us. Nope. So then again, because if they do, that means you've been covering up stuff. So you can't, it has to come from like anonymous. They'll
pay some chick $5,000 and send it to her and have her release it straight up. Just that simple.
Yeah. Because it can't just come out of nowhere, because the law is going to say, where was this? Who's been hiding it? So now they have to cover themselves. So it's a long process. But Diddy pissed people off and he went too far. And now they're going to say, Diddy, you're going to pay. And we're gonna put this out there so all you guys that we have stuff on know what happens to you when you go against the grain. That is the small hats grain, basically.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
say small hats. I can say the other word, but protect yourself. When I say Jew, these are my words, damn it, not Chuv's. But yeah, it's a fact because even on YouTube, it's known that when you say that word, that episode might be taken down, or they'll just won't bump you in the algorithm. This is how much control these people have. And the thing is, after all these years since 9/11, all these attacks, just now people are starting to figure out, like, wait, like, what's up with Israel? Like, they're over here, always controlling or always at the White House. They're all Jewish. And then you look into 9/11 and just the files, like behind the scenes stuff, and you're like, wait, why is all this stuff stemming from Israel? It's, oh man, they got all about the Epstein stuff. It's the Mossad. It's all a system. And now we get to the point where we straight up know Israel has 90% influence on American politics. It's just that simple. We know now. We don't have to blame Afghanistan, Iraq, none of these places. Netanyahu is a goddamn warmonger. He wants, and we all know it. The world knows it. Jews, straight up, the small hats, they see themselves as superior to everyone else. Everyone else is below them, and they're only, I think, 3% of the world population, but they control the damn world. It's crazy. But they control the most powerful country in the world, which has an effect on the whole world, every other country. And it's crazy that after 40 years, we're finally starting to see the truth about, holy shit, it's really Israel that's controlling everything and doing all these, JFK assassination, Israel, 9/11, Israel. There was that ship back in the 50s, I think. It was our Marines were on some ship. It has a name to it, a famous story. They basically they got attacked. Damn, I gotta see the name of this. Famous U.S. ship attacked
in the 50s.
Yeah, it might have been World War II. Was that?
Was that like Pearl Harbor or something?
No, that's Pearl Harbor. Damn, I forgot. I saw an interview of a guy who was on the ship at the time. They got attacked, blah, blah, blah. They thought it was the enemy. Ended up being an Israeli ship trying to take them out and blame it at the time, like on Syria or something, some other country. Wow. They killed most of the crew members. The guys that survived had to sign this contract or else they'd probably get smoked or they can't say anything.
Wow.
And this one guy was like, finally, he's like 90 years old now. He was on Myron's podcast. He was talking about the whole thing. We got attacked. We saw the flags on the ship. There were Israeli flags. We're calling for backup because we were Israelis. We thought they were our allies. Nobody answered. Come to find out, it was them who attacked us, and then they were going to blame it on another country, just like they did with 9/11. It was Israel, and then they blame it. They blame it on Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever. But it was really them wanting to take over Afghanistan. There was no weapons of mass destruction, all this BS. It's crazy, but they had all our presidents compromised, like we just talked, blackballed. So they have all this dirt, and it's like, you're gonna do what I say, or else we're gonna hit you, with the Lewinsky.
So I'm gonna ask you. So I'm gonna ask you a question, which is a really tight question.
Okay.
So was Hitler right?
Oh, that's another thing. That's
a big question.
You know what Hitler was doing? I think before Hitler started doing goddamn PCP, he was actually a regular leader, a good man who just wanted the best for his country. He started realizing, the first book of LGBTQ was created by the Jews.
Wow.
He was taking all these books, all this degeneracy that they were trying to promote to Germany. He burned, like, there was houses or fields of these books being burned. And he basically said, these Jewish people are promoting degeneracy in our country. They're trying to just ruin our stuff. And so they can come and take over, just like they do, Pops. They're the whole leaders of the LGBTQ stuff in America. You look at the companies that fund these places, they're all based off Israel. They're all based off Israel. from Jews, funded by Jews. So they basically do, let's destabilize every other country so we can get in there, take over, because we're the great people, we're the chosen ones. It's that simple. And yo, that Hitler thing has been a big topic for the last month because people are starting to say Hitler wasn't that off. And then there's a reason why they never translated his speeches to English. They always kept him in German. He's like, he sounds like a damn animal. But you've actually changed it. People have done it. They transcripted it. And he's like, yo, this dude is just like saying like he wants his country to be good. He wants his children, to be safe and not be corrupted. And then, of course, the people are like, oh, you're crazy. Like you're promoting Hitler and stuff. He's like, no, I'm not promoting it. I'm just telling the truth. Great.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, it's not a promotion of him. It's just raising the question, like, did he see all this coming, and was he trying to get rid of all the Jewish people, which is wrong. You don't try to get rid of a whole damn race. But maybe he saw the carnage that was coming politically and all kinds of ways. And it's a question that I asked: was that Hitler's intention? Like, I see what these guys are doing, and you know what? If we're against the world, then fine. But they're not doing what you think they're doing. They're not that. Yeah. And
that's basically what it was. And we were taught the opposite, right? We were taught Hitler was the disgusting man. All he wanted, he just hated Jews. He just killed them because he hated them. Hell no. They were promoting degeneracy. And like you said, he saw what was coming down the line. He said, we got to stop them now. And now look, the Jews are everywhere. They run everything now. So he was right. He was right. Yes. To answer your question, he was right. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we don't learn that in school. They're going to teach us whatever they want. They're going to teach us Christopher Columbus was a good man who didn't rape and pillage every goddamn village he went to.
There's a big scene in the movie 300 when Xerxes is talking to the leader of the how you call it? What was it? Huh?
The Persians?
No, Xerxes was the leader of the Persians.
Oh, yeah, he was talking to the Spartan leader.
The Spartan leader, right? And he said, you know what? If you don't bow to me, I'll make sure that the history books erase you from history, from everything. And they would never, and whoever talks about you, we will have their heads chopped off. So this is what they do. They can control that to a point where we're gonna take the history books and we're gonna write them the way we want to write them. And so then when your kids read, they're gonna think that this person was heinous, was a animal. And in reality, we created that within you, and you fed it to your kids. And guess what? Now this person who actually tried to get rid of us, who basically we were the cockroaches of the world. Now he saw that, we got rid of him. How do we keep that? Make you think that it was all him.
Yeah.
Basically, in that movie, he says, we're going to erase you from history.
Wow, that's a good point. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
Now they can make up the Spartans used to go around pillaging and raping, good people. And that's what you're going to believe because you don't know no different. And if that's coming from the top authority, which, education, school, you're not going to go against it. You're going to, because as kids, we literally look up to these politicians, and then we get older. We're like, wow, these are corrupt, war criminal dirtbags that I was looking up to when I was 10 years old. Crazy. And then you realize how the world works. You're like, yo, this is crazy. So 100% right. It's they indoctrinate us, and then the parents don't know. And then the kids, they're gonna teach that to the kids. It's like I said, it's cool. It's good for you. They're giving you the truth. It's all a part of an agenda. And it's crazy. And now it's like we're getting to this era where all of this is being exposed. The cat is out of the bag, and there's a lot of bags.
The cat is out of the bag, and he's scratching like crazy.
Scratching like a madman. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And then let's touch up on the last topic here. We don't even need a video, but the AI stuff. AI is getting crazy. I could try to pull up a video actually.
Yeah, robot in China. First robot in China.
All right, I'll look that up real quick right now. Boom. First robot in China. All right. Is there a specific video?
Well, yeah, he's walking around like and he's doing a backflip and a front
On the
flip.
street? He's walking around the street?
Yeah, and people are looking at him. Like he's basically just taking a walk.
Yeah, this might be the one.
This
So he just walked.
So imagine that. That's basically there's one that he's like in the market, and then they have him do like a front flip, and it's crazy. It's literally like wow. The thing is that this was coming. They start showing it to you slowly.
They're
Next thing
preparing
you know,
our minds. They can't just come out of nowhere, right? And say, hey, look, we got robots here. They got to slowly prepare us.
look at that.
This is just animation of it.
Yeah, but yeah, this is the clip
Dynamic
here.
balance, instantaneous acceleration, and precise landing control. Now, for humans, it's a challenge of perception and body mechanics. For robots, it's a testament to advanced engineering and AI.
Yeah, that's
Engine AI's PM01 robot, standing at just 4.5 feet tall and weighing 88 pounds, pulled off this acrobatic move with seeming ease.
I could see this. I mean, the first physical thing that they'll use these guys for, or these robots for, is probably soldiers, right? Foot soldiers. You go out there now, you don't have to lose actual lives. You just have these machines go out there. The thing about that is going to cost hella money, probably. You know, to say each robot costs $30,000, they're getting taken out in drones and shit. But yeah, the physical part of the whole AI stuff is going to come last as far as integrating it into society. Because like you said, these things are made of metal and shit. You one wrong code and you're going to dent somebody's head with one punch. So right now, the AI is all in technical stuff. So all the technical jobs right now, machine learning, computer engineering, even coding now. Zuckerberg just said it this year. All their low and mid-level coders are going to be replaced by AI. Like AI knows how to code and create programs on its own. So it's just getting smarter and smarter. And the whole thing about it, the AI, is you're going to have to keep increasing your skill level as AI progresses, because it's going to start taking the higher and higher skilled jobs. Obviously, the registered jobs, the low skills, are going to go first. But as it progresses, you're going to have to progress with it, or else it's going to be able to do your job better than you do. Amazon, I heard they came out with this thing. I don't know if maybe Christian talked to you about this, but you have to wear like this step tracker thing on your hip now to track how many steps you're taking or something. And supposedly they're doing that to see how many steps people are taking and stuff, and the energy. It's like something with the energy being used. So when they make these robots that are going to be delivering the packages, they know like the battery usage and stuff like that, you know, how much they're going to be able to do. And it's just crazy, you know. That's another job too. It's all going to be taken. It's already happening with the ones on the street. But that doesn't work, right? Because you have the homeless guy kicking it over, fucking it up. But when you have an actual robot there doing it, you can't really do that anymore. So yeah. Go ahead if you got anything on that.
Yeah, no. It's basically, you know, just softening us up to get those people to, well, believe me, they're gonna have faces too. That's coming too. They're gonna have faces, they're gonna have, you know, fake skin, so they can just walk anywhere and you don't even know. You're gonna know if you actually take a look at them, like deep look, you're gonna know that it's a robot. But you know, these things are gonna be security. They're gonna be doing jobs that regular people can't do. And all that stuff with the waist and the steps. Yeah, is basically saying, give us the information and we're gonna get replacement.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. Help us replace you. That's basically what they're saying, because the information, they can't get it from anybody else but the person who's doing the work.
Yeah.
I would tell these guys, you know what? If you want to keep your job, turn it off or do something to it, because you don't want to contribute to a computer taking over your job. Like that's what's coming.
You turn it off, they'll call you. Hey, you got to turn it back. Like you have to. It's their rules. So it sucks. It sucks. You're literally helping them replace you, like you said. It's sad.
Yeah, they're using you to get all the information they need, and then they're gonna say, "We got everything we need. You can go." It's sad, but that's what's coming. So I would plead to a lot of people: start learning how to work these robots, start learning how to work these drones, or get into that field, because that's what's coming. They're gonna be at the they probably wouldn't even be at a register charging you, because you can go to register now and not even have anybody there.
Exactly. That's what I was telling you before. That's going to be most restaurants and stores now. You're going to go and there's going to be nobody there. It's all electronic, and there might be robot
in the
there.
airport. In the airport, they got it now. They got it now. You can go into the airport. There's a station where you get food. You walk in and you take your stuff and you leave, and it charges you. You don't take a card out. You don't take, and I'm like, how the hell does it know what to charge or I don't get it. There's nobody there. You just take whatever you want and walk out.
Holy shit.
And you get I think it goes through, if you have an Amazon account or something, it has like face recognition, and then it puts it into your account, and then your account charge for that, and it knows what you took out, because it has a beam that that tracks it when it comes. It's crazy, but literally there's no one there, and you're like, so how do they do this? All you got to do is go through a turnstile. It's open. It's not like you're not in somewhere. It's just the stuff is basically somebody can just walk in and take something and run.
It's like if you're in a hallway and then there's an open, it's like an open store right there. You just grab shit and keep walking.
And there's no one there, and they charge you, and everything is fine. So people are gonna need to know how to run this stuff or fix it, or fix things, because that's what's coming. So the young generation, get ready.
Get ready. Yeah, the whole register job is no more. The whole coding, like I said, it's already by the end of this year, there's only going to be high level coders, and coding, that's a very high skilled job. You got to have high IQ. You got to be able to do fucking vertical algebra and all this crazy crap. What's the other the thing I never made it to in math?
Geometry?
No, the one calculus. You gotta do calculus and shit. But now you just code the computer, give it directions, it'll do all that for you. So it's crazy. And I was gonna say, you don't have to don't mention the company that you work with, but has there been talks of AI at all?
Well, they have AI now. We have AI cameras.
Oh, like in the vans.
Yeah, we have AI cameras where it detects stop signs. If you have your hand by your ear, like on the phone, your seatbelt is not on, it knows it. It knows all that. If you're driving too fast and there's a car right in front of you, all that. It sends that to us. It sends that to us, and we see it. We see it, and it says,
clip, right? It'll show you like the 30-second clip.
Yeah, it's an event. It's an event. It comes up as an event, and it says stop sign, and then it shows the driver, and it shows them just disregard the stop sign and just keep going. All that. So AI signatures. If somebody signs for something and they just put like FGFSGAA, AI is like, this is not a name. So then it notices that it's not a human name. So then you have to investigate, why did this person put these initials on all these little letters? Before, you could do that, and the system was like, okay, it's a signature. But now it's like, no, this is not legit. So AI,
like smarter.
So AI is on it. Is every time there's new AI stuff that comes in, and the people at the office don't have to investigate anymore. It's already telling them what's wrong.
That's the whole thing, right? You can get, instead of you having to investigate, you get that video, and now you know what happened in 30 seconds. You don't have to call and ask and all this stuff. So you're able to get more done in little time, and that's what is that doing? Saving the company money. So they're gonna use as much AI as they can. And it's crazy. When I did Amazon, it'll detect if you're using your phone. It'd be like a distracted driver, the stop sign, the seatbelt. And
Yes,
if you're driving too close, it'd be like, please maintain a safe distance. And it's all, I can see it too. When you see that, it's like squared, they'll square you out. And it's like categorizes. This is the human, that's the stop sign, and then you could see the two things squared. So it's just detecting. How can the shit detect the stop sign? How do you do that?
Hey, you gotta code it to read the octagon shape.
Yeah, and then they probably do like location, like it knows, every street where the damn stop sign is, and it's crazy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You got to keep up with it, or else it's gonna take over. But every company is rushing to use AI because they know if they don't jump on it, they're gonna get taken over. There's, if FedEx, if UPS doesn't work, doesn't use AI, Amazon is gonna outperform them eventually because they're gonna be getting more done, and so it's just crazy. And the last thing I want to say about this is that what we get from the AI is like it's like the toys of what they really have. We're getting the little crumbs of like the real shit. So I can imagine what the government has already that we haven't seen yet. These robots that we're seeing, they probably got things that are 3 times as produced and better quality. Like they could do a lot more shit.
Well, AI has been around so long, and in the military access, in the military grade, because if you say something on your phone, it and it's dangerous to the country, it literally picks it out. It picks it out. It picks out that conversation saying, they have AI just going through probably this interaction here. And if it picks something that it deems dangerous, that the US says, if this word comes across, it has to go into a certain database, and then somebody else is looking at it, and then it gets put out to the most dangerous like phrases that they've heard, and then they can give you a call, be like, hey, we know where you are, we know what you're doing. Was this real? Was this? So AI has been around in military grade for, I would say, more than 40 years.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It said it started in the 1950s, with very basic stuff like that, basic stuff. And now, it's gone to the
imagine
point
in the 50s when imagine if they had AI in the 50s when TVs just came out. So imagine where they are now.
That's true. Yeah, because TVs are a part of AI. You have to program the shit to turn the channel and volume. Yeah. That's all programming. So
that's when TVs came out. That's when TVs came out. So imagine having AI then to where it is now, to what it really is, not what they're showing us, what it really is.
Yeah,
it'll blow our mind.
Yeah, we won't even believe it. We'll be like, holy shit. For us, ChatGPT is crazy. The other day, I told them, a situation that I had, I got to do this, I'm in this, but what should I do? It gave me like the craziest breakdown, and it's just, I was like blown away. I was like, holy shit. It's like talking to a damn person.
Talking to a genius.
Talking to Albert Einstein anytime you want. Access to the smartest person in the world at your fingertips. And that's why I encourage you guys, you girls, use AI. It's literally going to help you. It'll increase your IQ, and you'll start to know how it works, how to talk to it, how to get it to do things, and you just keep up.
I would say, I would go against that. I would say use AI only for things that you need AI for, because problem solving is something that we still have to do ourselves, because our brain is going to stop solving problems. And if you stop solving problems, you're going to get less smart. Like, you're going to lose that, because it's a muscle. So you're going to lose a lot of muscle because you're giving it to somebody else. I would use it for certain things. I don't use AI for anything. Only information, like from any, let's say, anything I need to read. But if I need to learn something, I usually try to solve it myself, because I need to keep my brain solving things and not having something solve it for me. Because at the end of the day, that's what they're going to want. They're going to want this thing to take over your brain in a sense of, I forgot how to do this because I've been told this for 10 years already. So I don't even worry about trying to figure anything out. And then you get less good at it. You don't get better. You get worse because you're not using it. So just watch what you use AI for, I would say.
Yeah, no, that's a good take Actually, yeah, don't use it for everything because then you're gonna be a damn zombie with an empty goddamn head.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. I was trying to look for this this last something else, but yeah, that was pretty much it. We got all the topics in hand, broke them all down. We started off with the masculine chick. Watch that back. You know, that's not what men want. Men want a peaceful, nice, you know, compliant woman. We broke down the Tates coming back to the States, Florida, Ron DeSantis, Trump's take on it, the whole thing with Diddy and how, you know, the MSM, mainstream media, uses their damn system to prepare us for news and information that's coming slowly, prepare us, soften us up, soften us. So then when finally they implement it, it's like, oh yeah, we knew this was coming subconsciously. It's crazy. And then the AI stuff, it will take over. I was telling Big Shuvs earlier before off camera that within the next 10 years, AI will take over about 10% of jobs. And within the next 30 years, 90% of jobs are going to be AI ran, completed by AI. Now, for you, you're good because you'll be retired by then. Me, I'm gonna still be a young, spruce 44-year-old. I'm gonna have to figure it out. So we got to see how that goes. But I think it'll go well as long as you keep up with it. You keep working hard and do not. This is the time, guys. You have to just be relentless and go, go, go. Right now, speed is what's being rewarded. Speed, speed, speed. Speed is outworking skill. You could be very skilled, but if somebody could do the job faster than you, he will get it. He will get it because that's what everything's moving so fast now. You got to just be boom, boom, boom. Stop thinking, stop bullshit, and get to it. And stop being a goddamn simp. So we're good. We're wrapped up. Wrapped up for episode 12, guys. Giving you updates on things that are going on. Of course, we always got to throw in the relationship dynamics for you fellas and you women, because that's a big hit on our society right now, especially in America, just in the West in general. Relationships are crazy. Feminism's crazy. We got to get back to normal. Men, you guys have to get back to being leaders. Be confident. Stop thinking these girls are going to beat you up and they're scary. Come on, man. Get it together, guys. Episode number 12, Monday, we're here. Thank you guys again. Black and White 101. We'll be back next week as always, giving you game. Leave us the comments, questions. Make sure you subscribe, and we will be here to keep helping you guys out. Pops, give them your outro, and we'll wrap it up.
Well, thank you again, everyone, for joining in. I appreciate the subscribes, the looks, the likes, everything you do for us. We do appreciate it. We again, we're just trying to bring you the best we can with what we have, and we're gonna keep getting better. Just stick by us, and we'll show you that you and us we can bring this to another level always. Men, just remember this. Stay masculine. Women, stay feminine. Take care.
Boom. Love you guys. See you next time. Peace.